Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Leaf. Welcome Amiibo! It's the fishing tourney! Yes! Fishing tourney time. We have a letter from Carlos. Let's, what was this one from Tia? Okay, it was just pretty stationary. What does Carlos have for us? My heart yearns with every sunset. It's as if the sun and I have broken hearts together. My love was so pure, but now it is over. Before it had a chance to really begin. What? I am very confused, Carlos. I mean, the sun hasn't set yet. I mean, he could have wrote that yesterday, I suppose. I mean, he would have had to have made... Well, no, there's been multiple mail delivery times from Pete today. But, yeah, I against kind of my better judgment, I bought Battlecats Unite. So, I've been playing a fair bit of that. Wish I'd studied more before this fishing tourney. Can't remember where the best picnic spot is. Ooh, I don't know if this is a specific fish kind of tourney. What we got? What is it, Chip? Any kind of fish will do. Catch the biggest fish will be declared the winner. Nah, I'm good. Okay. May as well talk with Tia as well. Isn't it great to be outside on such a beautiful day? Wonder if the fish look up at the sky like we do. I think they do. I don't actually know. Fish Cat does. I know that much. Fish Cat always looks at the sky. Whenever he can, anyway. Because, I mean, he's Fish Cat. I feel like I should, like, do something Battlecats for the channel. Maybe, like, a stream or something. I don't know. It's a fun little game. With just a completely goofy story to it. And also, really, no story at all. Like, there is story, but it's entirely told to you in a preamble before you start playing. And during the, like, after you've beaten a chapter, you get, like, an end of chapter bit that tells you what happened, basically. You know, the outcome of what you did. Like, that's about it. It's, you know... Thanks to everyone's generosity, Sapphire has completed a much-anticipated flower clock. Yes, we have a flower clock down here. And it's right by Town Hall. Everyone can see what time it is. Right by Town Hall. Like, I almost feel like that would have been better served, like, close to the park. But I really wanted it near the Town Hall. So that's where it is. But yeah, I adore Battlecats. It is quite the game. Anyone who also likes like really grindy games, Battlecats is pretty good for that. Because basically it's I can't think of any way to describe it other than to say it's Metal Slug kind of, but cats. You basically, you have your units, you then have to level up your units. You level up your units by completing stages over and over again to gain experience to then upgrade your units. And some of them get pretty pricey to upgrade. So... there's also, like, a little gacha system, but there's no way of spending money in Unite. The mobile game, yes, but in Unite there isn't. And you get random cats from that. You predominantly get the tickets for doing the gacha spins from doing little mini games, which also give you energy, because they did keep the energy system, which I'm torn on. On one hand, I don't really care. On the other, it is a little annoying. Like you're not feeling pressure at all. Don't tell me you already caught something big. Oh, that's right. I just remembered something I have to do. I have time to stand around shooting the breeze with you. See you, glorp. I mean, I haven't caught anything at all yet, so I haven't started my journey through the fishing tourney. I still have one fossil in the gem rock to find. And probably some bamboo to dig up before it spreads. But yeah, the park already has a clock. But if I was to try to put the flower clock here, I don't even know where it would go. Like, there's no room anywhere near the park for it. So. Oh, here's the fossil. But yeah, it's a case of, I don't think I could recommend people buy Battlecats. Wrong save. Well, we know where the gem rock is. Jump cut. Yeah, I don't think I could recommend anyone buy Battlecats Unite at, like, full price. Unless you really like that style of game. But if you ever, like, see it on sale on, like, the Nintendo eShop, it's definitely worth picking up for, like, I wouldn't even say it would need to be a big sale. It's just not the cheapest game. It's like $30-some Canadian. Once my tax is added on. Because, yay, being Nova Scotian, we have a 15% tax. It's great. Like, I don't want to get rambling about this stuff, but, like, man, does having a 15% tax kind of suck? Because, like, there are other places around Canada with much lower tax rates. Oh, psst, Snoopy, you don't have to, you don't happen to know any fish catching spells, do you? I'm gonna catch something really special today. I don't know any spells. Best I got's an incantation. Think you can beat me for that top spot on the podium? Think again. S. I mean, I might. I don't know what. I don't even know what's available at the moment. Like what people have donated. I'm gonna try and start with something small. Because, well, I still need like the 2nd and 3rd place trophies. So. Hello, Fuchsia. How's it going? Me? I'm getting into it. I just know I'm gonna snag the big one, girlfriend. Oh, I missed some bamboo yesterday. Yeah, it is quite fun. Which has kind of always been the appeal of Battlecats for me, is because like I have played the mobile game quite the bit, but not wanting to spend money on it, you know, I don't really have that many different cats. I do have a fair few, and you know, anytime there was event polls or they've given away free cat food for doing polls with, I've done some polls and I've gotten a decent few. But like, it's one of those things of having it on the console and knowing I can get everything in it without spending any more money than what I've already spent to buy the game itself is pretty nice. Not gonna lie, it's pretty nice. Now, let's get these fossils identified. Don't know what they'll be yet, but hopefully they're worth about 20k. And this will be a 2-parter day, because, like, it's obviously well before 8, and it's Saturday, so, you know. I don't know when I'll be recording this section later, because, I don't know when KK stops. So, like, I don't know when, he stops playing for the night, so, like, I could probably come back at, like, 11, midnight, you know. His top hat. I do like me a top hat, but I'm a cat. I can't wear the top hat. You'd interfere with my ears. Like, I can't do that. I'm a cat now. I'm a cat duck. The temptation. Nah. I think the armored look works better. Like it looks fine on the rack, but it doesn't go well. It doesn't go well for a cat duck. It just doesn't work for a cat duck. Let's come in here and buy our candy. I don't know how much I'm gonna need, so I'm just buying a bunch. Also, I feel like I should make mention of this, because I found it quite amusing. I occasionally poke at Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And one of the decks I'll play on there is a archetype called Melodious. Melodious's current boss monster in Master Duel is Bloom Diva of the Melodious Choir. Bloom Diva is immune to all destruction effects, and you can't target it. So you need non-targeting, non-destruction removal to get rid of Bloom Diva. So, like, you could tribute it for, like, a kaiju, you could, like, do a non-targeting bounce, which I currently can't think of any of those, but, like, there's ways you can get rid of Bloom Diva, but you can't do it by destroying her. I had a duel earlier against someone playing, Infernoids, which do a lot of destruction. They have a monster that anytime it's summoned, you can try to blow up every other monster in the field. They did this, like, 4 to 5 times in one turn, with what looked to be the thought of, surely it'll work this time, right? Yeah, buddy, surely it'll work this time. They just kept doing it over and over, and it's like, my guy, it doesn't work. You gotta, like... I imagine they were partially doing it because they were just frustrated, because they'd already got dealt with one of my Bloom Divas, and it took basically everything they had to do it. And then I immediately top deck a card that let me just summon another Bloom Diva, and suddenly they have to deal with another Bloom Diva now. Like... Though really, I had many ways of getting back to Bloom Diva. Like... And the card I drew wasn't even the best way to do it. Like, if I had drawn any of my Melodious that could be special summoned, I could have... Yeah. My eye feels funny. I could have basically normal summoned the Melodious hand trap that I had in my hand. That, it isn't very good, but it's more Melodious names. So, I run it because it sometimes comes up. Basically, you discard it when your opponent declares an attack, and you reduce the opponent's monster's attack to 0. It sometimes comes up. But, I could have normal summoned her, and then special summoned one of the others. And then immediately gotten back to, Bloom Diva, while also recovering some resources, because the last Mastra I had in my deck was the one to recover from the graveyard. So, and they knew I had this hand trap in hand as well. So, because I'd already recovered it earlier, you know, on my first turn. So. The one big problem with Melodious, and it, like, it's something I've run into for quite a while. It is such a xenophobic deck. And what I mean by that is, like, a lot of decks, like, I'll just use the other deck I'm really familiar with, Gimmick Puppets. With Gimmick Puppets, you can play non-Gimmick Puppets. You could play them, if you could find a way to do it, you could play them as an engine in another level 8 focus deck. Or just another deck in general. And some people have. Melodious? Everything good about Melodious says you cannot summon other monsters that are not Melodious monsters, either this turn or after this action. So they either have to be the last thing you do, or you really can't mix them with anything else. They need to be the stars of the show. Which is pretty fitting, I suppose. But it is really annoying when, like, I remember trying to, like, lab out Melodious a few years back. It's actually how I ended up reaching, being an affiliate on Twitch. Was I got raided by a really big Yugi-tuber at the time. Because I was playing Melodious when they were looking through streams. They saw I was playing Melodious and was like, hey, that's pretty cool. Let's raid this guy. And there was a few people from that, like, were trying to help me figure out ways to, like, mix Melodious with stuff. And nothing any of us came up with really worked. Because of how much the Melodious are just like, no, you can't play anything but us. How dare you consider playing something that does not say Melodious in the name? Like, how dare you? And it's like, I just want more things. I want a going first board that isn't just make Bloom Diva pass and hope that's enough. Like, something that was thought of a few times, especially for going first, was like, oh, well, you could run Archlord Christia. As long as you have exactly four fairies in your graveyard, you can special summon her from your hand, and she basically says your opponent cannot special summon. She's a floodgate. It's great. I think she prevents special summoning. She is a floodgate. Pretty sure it's special summoning. I kind of want to look that up now just to make absolute sure, but I'm in the middle of fishing. I'm really bad at fishing, but I'm in the middle of fishing. But, like, blah. The problem is, if you use the Link monster, which is your best playmaker, she says you cannot you cannot special summon monsters other than Melodious this turn. So she can easily help you get 4 monsters into the graveyard. I mean, the Link monster itself takes 2. That's 2 into the graveyard. You search, you special summon Tam Tam and Amastra. That gets you Polymerization. You then fusion summon using Tam Tam and the Mastra to make Bloom Diva. There's 4 monsters in the graveyard. There's Christia. If you weren't locked out of special summoning. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, it's so close to being like a really good deck. And from what I've heard, the recent Melodious support cards are really helpful. I've yet to even read them because they're not in Master Duel yet. And I don't really play on unofficial simulators anymore because there is an official simulator now. That was basically something all of us who played on like Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro used to say, was like, well, once Konami makes one, we'll play on it instead. Like, and then Konami wasn't making one, and the most recent thing that they could that they had was Legacy of the Duelist. And at the time, Legacy of the Duelist was kind of outdated. They've since updated it to Link Evolution. Okay, that is probably the biggest fish I have so far, so I can go to here. Actually, let's put this candy into a letter. I can go into this one. But, like, even Link Evolution is outdated by quite a lot at this point. It's still a fun game. And, like, I've been trying to think of, like, things I might be able to do a series around that game without just playing the bad story decks. Because, like, I don't want it to just be a playthrough that's just a retelling of the storyline of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'd rather it be that, but with at least there being some interesting factors of me building my own deck. But the problem with doing that is, like, if you build your own deck for, like, the original, the original duel monsters, you're probably going to utterly dominate every single one of those duels, no contest. Because, like, they're using basically the anime decks. So... Okay, this sea bass was also pretty big. I'm pretty sure those are actually both the same size. Can I see info? I can't? Okay. I thought you could see info. Bummer. And, like, the anime decks are just kind of bad. Which also is why I don't really want to play the regular decks. Because you're playing anime decks, and anime decks are pretty bad. The thing I'm thinking of doing, and I'd have to do it on PC, is to basically start with a 100% save, like having all the cards. And start with effectively a starter deck. And then use one of the various websites for opening card packs to determine what cards I can add to my deck. I tried doing that on stream, but it didn't work well for streaming it. And it was a lot to keep track of in the context of streaming. But in the context of, like, making videos on it, I feel like I could probably do that. And that might make playing through the single player a lot more interesting. And it would let me go back to my roots as a starter deck Joey player and, you know, build up from there. And I could basically do that for every series, picking a starter deck and, you know, relevant to that series. Because that would also keep me making new decks. Because, like, if I kept using just the same deck all the time, it would probably get to a point where, like, I've just simply opened enough packs to where that deck itself is just the best it could possibly be. Like, even if I do keep myself to time-relevant packs, like, it's still probably gonna end up being kind of ridiculous if I just keep building on the same deck. So I'd have to, like, scrap it every time. Yeah, I'm okay with that, Chip. We're gonna go through all these horse mackerels, because I don't know which one's the biggest, but... And if it's way too small, then... 15-4. Are you kidding me? Okay. I'm still gonna give him all the rest of the horse mackerels, but I'm not giving him anything bigger. I need to get the second and third place trophies. Guys, why are you so bad at fishing? Okay. If I could, like, see the size of these fish, that'd be really convenient. Because I would have just started with the smallest horse mackerel, but I don't know which that would have even been, so... Yeah, that one's the smallest so far. Is 15-4 the biggest a horse mackerel can be? Did I, quote-unquote, luck out like that? I think I might have. Check it out, Chip. I suppose I have to be back at, like, 8 for the award ceremony. Or just before 8. Yeah, I think 15-4 might be as big as they get. So, I'm not donating any other fish. I'm just not doing it. I'm just gonna sell the rest of these. Sorry, Chip. I want to feed you more, but... I need trophies. And there's no way I'm getting the bug catching ones now, so I really want to try for the fishing ones. But yeah, I think that could be an interesting little series to do at some point. I need to, like, test out the viability of it. I'm also pretty sure the school chair is just an item. So, like, I'll probably test that out and, like, just doing stuff on my own, see how it works out. I have a 100% save of Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution on PC, so, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna meet you guys back here later tonight for the award ceremony and then the KK concert. So, meet you guys back here later tonight. See you, Reese. And I'm back. I forgot to turn the webcam off earlier, so that transition probably looks a little weird. But yeah, I'm back. Fishing tourney's over. We should be able to get our get the awards ceremony. I'm like 5 minutes from missing it. I was playing Battlecats. Award ceremony will begin here pretty soon. Hopefully we don't get first. Come on, guys. All you have to do is beat a horse mackerel. Yes, we got second. Announcing the winners one at a time. In third place is an incredible 3.6-inch bitterling, Kurlos. I'm not clapping for that. That's such a small fish. Rooney probably only beat me by like 1/4 of an inch, didn't he? Good job there. Maybe you'll do better next time. Yup. In second place, the delectable 15.4-inch horse mackerel. It's Steven. Second place finish, we get the silverfish trophy. Yay! Yay! I can't do the Legend of Zelda yay. So close yet so far. And in first place with a deliciously stunning 16.25-inch horse mackerel. Rooney. Wow. Glad I didn't get a bigger horse mackerel, because we would have probably gotten first. If I had donated one of those sea bass, would have got first. Let's hear for our champion fishers and their yummy fish. Yay. I'm glad I have second place. Okay. I don't understand how our animals are so bad at fishing. It just doesn't make sense how they are so bad at fishing. Like, all they had to do was catch something bigger than a horse mackerel. And none of them did. Like, it surely isn't that difficult to catch something bigger than a horse mackerel. Surely, right? Right? Okay, let's come get our... Right, Club LOL isn't open yet. 2 more minutes. Right. So we say let's come get our concert, but it doesn't... 8 o'clock. So I gotta kill 2 minutes. Battlecats. I have reached the point with Battlecats where I've had to stop to, like, do a bit of grinding, because I am currently not strong enough to take on the next stage, which is always good. Like, I know there's a lot of people that be like, grinding, and I'm like, yay. I like grinding. At least when there's a purpose to it. So, let's get this trophy put away. I'm gonna just use the train station here to access our dresser instead of going all the way back to the house, because then an animal could barge in on us, and then I'd have to deal with that, and it's just too much effort. So, bam. I need to, like, go through and see, like, because I'm pretty sure we got second place already in one, and I think it was a bug catching contest. But if it's fishing, then, you know, that would kind of suck. But yeah, I basically just need to slow down with Battlecats and, like, just do some grinding. So I'm gonna do that after I'm done recording here, like, while the video is rendering. And then probably after that as well. Unless I get asked to play Splatoon 3, in which case I'll be doing that instead. But, you know, sitting on a bench, Ah. Can you sit from, like, the bottom of the bench? You can, but you don't actually. That's pretty neat, though. I mean, who hasn't sat on a bench using the back of it as an armrest talking with someone who's, like, standing, like, right here? I know I have a few times. They're open! Yeah! First one through the door. Or not. Claudia beat me to it. She was probably already waiting in here. I would talk with her because she's just gonna talk about shopping. I just want to actually talk with you again, Claudia. I'll sit next to you, though. Just really feeling the vibe tonight, so why don't we kick back for a groovy track? Hit me with it. Cool. Taking Crest's gun itch. Yeah, just whatever, my man. You pick. Play whatever. I like surprises. He's got just the tune. Dig it. He's ready like Freddy, so he'll sit and be steady. And I'm ready for Freddy. Enough tuning, let's groove. KK Neapolitan, I believe. That was pretty nice. I mean, every KK song is nice. I mean, I think I remember there being one I was not entirely sold on, but, like, it was better once we actually put it in the radio. So, like, you know. I don't remember what one that was anymore. It was one of them, I know that, but... Now, we need to do the ceremony for the flower clock before I forget. I just didn't want to do it during the fishing tourney. So, let's do that now. Because, well, we do need to get that done before we could even start working on any other projects. I don't know what else we could really use. The town feels pretty much done. It feels cozy to me, and I like the cozy. Hello, Isabel. Mayor Turtle Cat is here. Oh, Turtle Cat. Yeah, I'm Turtle Cat now. Okay, I can't. I can't do it today. Isabel, I just want to do the... Okay, she planned it for tomorrow and is just making excuses. Got it, got it. I'll have to remember. Isabel is being problematic. I mean, she does tend to actively fight against us building public works projects, so I mean, it works. Like, that's just what she does. So, you know. But yeah, a pretty nice day, getting second place in the tourney. I'll definitely take it. It'd be kind of a fool not to take it, given it's a trophy that I don't have, so pretty sure I don't have anyway. Now let's come put this, this song in our radio, which I should really just put one on the main floor, but I already need to empty out part of the main floor, because that Triforce is still really in the way. Like, it's very much in the way. Okay. Can't say I'm the biggest fan of that one. You might have to, like, listen to it a bit, just on its own, without really, like, thinking much, and maybe it'll grow on me. I know I liked the concert, I'm not sure I like it through the radio. It could also be the record player I'm using, because it adds the grainy effect to it, which I think that's what I'm not liking about it, so... I'm not really great at articulating what I do and don't like about music. I either like it or I don't. It's really hard for me to articulate what I like or what I don't like about music. It just comes down to, does it sound good? If yes, I like. If no, I don't like. You know. I'm very simple. Yeah, let's do that, and let's actually water these flowers to see if I can get more that way. Because I can just be like, water. Bam. Water. Bam. I love this watering can. I'm to the point now where I could probably turn off Beautiful Town, but I've had Beautiful Town for so long, I may as well keep it. But, yeah. That is going to be it for today. I thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow, where I might actually buy turnips for the first time in multiple weeks. See you all then! And now in this end card, I would like to ask, if you liked the video, if you could hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed, if you could subscribe, that would help me out a lot. Thanks a bunch.